With this tree growing up next to our home, it symbolizes the life that is soon to come. With heavy leaves drooping over, it grows faster than the need to tend to it. This land feverishly grows at an insane rate, showing just how prosperous we can be. Started the episode, I do want to get this path going in. After all this terraforming, I do have a build plan for today. It is going against that mountain over there. I need to get this path. I was thinking about doing just a regular like dirt path, but it was blended into like the roof way too much. So I'm thinking like a mix of gravel and clay. I haven't really used clay blocks for really anything, but especially a path before. But I tested it out and I kind of like the way the clay looks from afar. Up close, it gives off that blue tint, which is kind of unnerving. It doesn't really look like a road, but with a mix of gravel, I would say it's about 60-40, 60 being gravel, 40 being clay. So the gravel definitely gives it that road like path texture. But I'm just gonna get this in. I don't have gravel or clay. I have gravel, but not nearly enough. And I don't have nearly enough clay either. So I'm just gonna get this in real quick, break all these blocks, and then we can move on to something because I do have a lot of material gathering today. I need a lot and a lot of granite and a lot of white blocks. And I do think we can get at least some enchantments today. I do have 34. And I don't think I have enough sugar cane, but we can always just go find some more. And I could be growing some as we're moving along and through like the episode and everything. So yeah, I just sleep real quick. But what I like to do is just get the main path in, and then I kind of like just do this every so often, just to kind of break it up a bit. It does kind of look weird at first until we get some foliage going. And I kind of like the roads to be a little bit more uniformed for the most part. But I need to go get some gravel and some clay because I do want this to be our first thing we do today, besides that tree, of course. But I really do like the way that tree came out. I like this little curve off that we have. I was looking at a black oak and also I think it was a sycamore tree that I was looking at for a reference. They grow kind of odd and sporadic, but I think that's what I'm going for because I was looking at the mid 18th century and those are the trees, that and maple trees. I wish we had like maple leaves and stuff that we could build with, but unfortunately we don't. We could always do a green maple, I guess. I'm not too sure if that even exists, but it's Minecraft after all, so it doesn't really matter. But I did keep a little branch out here. I can always make adjustments in the future for it, but for now I'm going to keep it like that because I really like the way it blends in. I just use spruce and birch, and then of course we got the tuff and the acacia wood and everything growing on. but we're gonna keep it like that for now. And then also I can go ahead and show y'all the interior. This, it's always hard to like decorate an open floor plan right in the middle. So I just threw down a little hay carpet and this little table and stuff. You know, I don't really know what these rolls are. Maybe it's just like some decorative plates and stuff, but I threw a little pork chop on top. I really like the way this little tinkerer's part turned out with these little piston pipes and everything. You get, if you play around with pistons, you can really like get into like really good detail with it and everything. So obviously I can't flip these switches or these levers because it will mess quite literally everything up. This block would be pushed, this block would be pushed. Like I try to do it because I didn't know if pistons did move if you just put the lever on top of it, like on the side of it. But yep, they do. And it pushed like this whole roof up and I had to, how to fix it. But we just got our first shield up on this little tripwire hook, just for like little details, like as if they're like buttons or anything. But these are the smokers. I just made like a little table out of it. As you can see, I smelted up some more beef for us. And then just for like extra detail, but also a little bit of function, I put a little hopper into this barrel. So when I smelt stuff, let's see if I have anything. No, I don't. But I just throw it up into the blast furnace, goes through the hopper and into this barrel. So I can just come in here instead of like me getting out of the blast furnace, you know, like usual. I could just come in here, grab the barrel, and then move on. But this was the armor we're wearing. Once we get these lower, of course, I'll put those on there. I'm kind of liking the vibe of just keeping it like that, as if the person who lives here can just afford like bits and pieces of iron armor, you know? And then I did have these iron, but it kind of stood out too much against like the backdrop. So I kind of like the stone tools blended in a little bit more. Threw up some redstone torches. Signs are always good. Obviously, these have no function like these lines and everything, and it's a bit tedious. It doesn't take too long, but I feel like when you're doing interior, if you go the extra step just to do something like this, it always adds a little bit more to it. Threw up some pots. You know, we got that new painting up there. New painting, new painting. I like these little arches that turned out. We got little braces going across, logs going across, and then this is the bedroom, little puppy. Um, but yeah, everything kind of blends in well. I kind of matched these two to go with this, along with the little greenery we have going up on there, orange, stuff like that. You know, you always kind of have to play around with color theory when it comes to interior. I really like this little table design. Just threw up an anvil. Yes, this is gonna be my functioning anvil, but I just made it into a table because I didn't really know where to put it. I could have put the anvil in here, but I feel like it would have just stood out if I would have just thrown it onto the ground and everything. But interior is done. Today we are building the storage room, of course. It's gonna be more so like a warehouse feel to it. It's not gonna be exactly just a storage room, but eventually we can move all of this crap out of here and into the building that will be going over there. Been at this for a few minutes now. I'm coming up on quite a bit of granite and everything. I got the gravel I need, only a couple stacks that we need, but I have a feeling that this is going to be one big box because we're lucking out on everything that we need. There's tons and tons of granite, but I'm also going to need diorite, which is down there, and then the andesite. There's a little patch right here, so I don't think I need that much andesite for the roads, so I can get that. But I'm just gonna get quite a bit more stacks of granite because I'm not too sure how much I'm gonna need. I haven't checked yet, and then we can just move on. But I'm just gonna be stuck down here getting granite for quite a while, and then I'm gonna get this andesite right here, and I'm gonna might as well go get that diorite. Looking through my chest, I do have a little bit of clay. I went ahead and placed down the andesite and the gravel and the splotches I was talking about. This isn't going to be nearly enough, but this will show you what I meant by that little bluish tint up close, which is kind of funky. You just gotta gotta bear with me. But I will be using quite a bit of materials like this and the white materials that I'm using today with the granite. I feel like this bluish tint will add a lot to it when we're just walking across these roads. Yeah, that didn't even get me a quarter of the way. Oh, it got me about a quarter. Let me get up here. But from afar, look, you can't really see that, you know? It's just like a light gray road, and I really like that. of course, when you zoom in, you can see the little gray bits and everything. And I really like that. I always say I'm dumb and I have a bad memory, but look at this. Okay, so this saves us some time. Hopefully I can get quite a bit from this geode right here. I haven't really lit this up very well at all, actually. But hopefully I can get quite a bit from here. And at least enough that I need so I don't really have to go out and explore everything else. But I'm just going to do this real quick and then see how much I get from it. Okay, I need 6 stacks plus a couple of smooth quartz, so I do need to get this nether portal going. I'm probably just gonna plop it down somewhere random until we build up our nether portal room. But oh, 6 stacks of smooth quartz, man, this is gonna be a pain to get. But I guess we are moving on into the world, so we do need to go to the nether at some point anyways. Plus it will give me quite a bit of levels. I feel like I'm gonna at least be level 40 by the end of getting all of that. So that'll be nice because I do want to enchant at least a little bit this episode. If we don't get to it, it's no big deal at all. And we can just mainly focus on that because I can just build up something for it. Okay, I don't have nearly enough, and this is my last pickaxe that's almost done, and I don't want to be stranded here with no pickaxe, so I'm going to come back. This is taking absolutely forever. I didn't really think it will. I underestimated it for sure, but I got 2 stacks, and I need like 6. So, okay, I just went through my portal, and I am in an underground place. Okay, luckily there's this water stream that literally fell all the way down there, so I just swam up. But I looked it up, and it says if you have a nether portal by, like a ruined nether portal, by your nether portal, then there's a chance that you spawn in a totally different, like, place than where you need to spawn. But I don't know why that's in the base game. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. And if they didn't add that into the game purposefully, I don't know why they never fixed that to begin with. I never even knew that was a thing. But we're back up, and I guess we're gonna have to destroy that ruined nether portal. I don't know if I destroy it and it still does that. I have no idea. I guess I'm just gonna have to test that out. But we're up now, and I guess I'm just gonna have to find my house real quick. Okay, good thing I looked it up before I just spent the time deleting this portal because it says no. If I delete this, I'm still going to spawn in a random location. I am currently digging back up from the underground portal that it spawned me in. This quartz is taking way too long right now to do. So what I'm going to do is just go get some other materials, and then once I get all those situated, then I can come back into the nether and get some more quartz. It's just, I've been at it for, I feel like probably close to 2 hours now, and I only have 3 stacks and a half, and I need 6. So I really don't want to be in the nether anymore until I have to be, you know. But if I get some enchanting going and I get fortune 3, maybe it'll go by a lot faster. Not even maybe, I'm sure it will. So maybe I can just enchant up a pickaxe, get fortune 3 on it, hopefully. I mean, I have 49 levels now, so I can re-roll quite a bit, it seems like, but I'm just gonna, like, it's just draining getting all those quartz, and my armor is shot from all these, like, piglins and random stuff. As I'm running across this, I don't know if I like the clay as much. I'm gonna keep it for now, maybe until the end of the episode, and just sit on it for a while. But up here, it just looks too busy, you know, because the house, I made it busy on purpose because I really wanted like a certain look for it. But with this road, it does look a little busy. So maybe if I can find another like regular stone, maybe to go onto these roads, that would be perfect. Okay, and then before we do anything else, I do want to get this sugarcane growing because I want to enchant pretty soon. I am going to enchant a few. And then with that going, I do have tons and tons of hay bales from last episode of me just exploring around and finding tons of villages. I just gathered up all the hay bales from them. Okay, I just looked at my material list, and it's a lot of grinding I'm gonna have to do for this. But one of my friends just hit me up saying he's gonna be in Discord, so I'm just gonna join Discord with him instead of listening to like YouTube videos and stuff, just so I can hang out with him for a little bit while I get a lot of these materials. I don't know how long it'll be or how long it'll take or whatever, but I'm gonna hang out with him while I get these materials. But I am gonna get an enchanting system set up once this sugarcane is growing, and it looks like it's, is that 2? No, that's just one. I'm tripping. All right. Okay, and then I used to not believe in YouTuber luck, but I only posted one video, and these are all the enchantments back to back that I got right after another. So I 100% believe in YouTuber luck now because I am having quite a bit of it right now. I was still in Discord after the enchanting and everything, so I just decided to get some of the last few materials I needed for this build, starting off with the jungle, and then quickly moving on to the mud so we can make some packed mud to get that going as well. Okay, and then moving on, I decided to go on a short mining trip. I was down here for about 20 minutes. I just needed to get a few diamonds, which I ended up with about a stack and some change, I believe, for ourselves. And then I just needed to get some enchantings going on our armor for the future endeavors that we go through, because I do have to go back into the Nether at this point, and I didn't want to deal with the mobs without any enchanted armor. With our armor all enchanted up, it was time to start this build finally. I went out and got the last little bit of materials I needed so we can get this thing started. With this warehouse being built, its purpose is to hold this town's future resources. With things from across the world filling it to the brim, the townsfolk swear to keep it protected from outsiders. guys, we are all done with the storage warehouse. The inside is very open, but it's huge, so we can store quite a bit of materials in here for now. Anyways, as you can see, I don't know if I'm gonna add this in the time lapse or not, but I did carve this side out because I want a little like tinkerer's like workshop right here. I don't know if it would be a building or if it's gonna be like a patio thing covering a little workspace, but let's check out some of these details. And then for these windows, I went with these grindstones because not only are they thick in the middle, but they also have these little brown pieces, so it kind of looks like a wall, but just like a little framed wall for it. I don't know, I was just trying something different. I kind of like the way it turns out though. But as you can see, this is why it took so long because I needed all this quartz. In this diorite calcite, we used some kind of expensive materials to use, but I continue along with the grindstones, and then I have these ladders as kind of like lattices. I like the way it works. I might change it in the future, but for now, I'm kind of digging the little orangish brownish we get from it, and it's just a different texture than what trapdoors would be. I did have to go back to the Nether to get these redstone lamps going in. But I got some extra blaze rods and everything, so we can start brewing in the future anyways. But I really like the way this turned out. I like these little highlights we get onto the granite roof and everything. But if we check on the inside, we come on in here, there's a lot of room we can play around with to decorate and add some storage for everything we need, really. But this is it. I really hope you enjoy the episode. I feel like I was kind of more faster paced, but this is it, man. I really like it. Let's check it out with some shaders. And then, yeah, we can just soak it in. I really like the way this came out, especially for episode 2. It's kind of a lot for episode 2, just for me, because getting materials can definitely be a pain. But I'm gonna get this little workshop thing done for next episode, and then I also have another build plan. But just soak it in. I love you all. Just remember you're loved, and peace out.